Well, I pause.
We're live, but we're good.
Yo, greetings, Yawd family, Yawd Ballas family. Brethren, how did Rastafari go on? Greetings, Yawd Ballas family. You love to everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Yawd Ballas. I am Benton. Junior, how you doing, boss?
Why, I'm good in there. You're good, sir?
Boy, I'm rushing. Back in the building again.
Yeah.
Come on, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And football family, you see when you go live, you see how things have to get sorted out. And technicalities happen, and man a trip over the set and all them things in the studio.
Man, microphone want fix.
And the man microphone all the cover lost and them things there. What kind of party shop? We are talking about party shop and a party shop start up. Yeah. Alright, so moving away from all of that. Football lovers, as usual, we're going to review the weeks happening in football in Jamaica, everything on the island, and that we are touched this week. I'm ready to start with the Rockathon today. Football lovers watching us on Island Sports Network, big up yourself, Island Sports Network family. Send on your comments or question. Also on our YouTube channel, watching our Ball Chat podcast on our YouTube channel. Chime in, send on your comments and question. So, Junior, let's start with the Reggaegirlz. Junior, come on, let's start with the Reggaegirlz Olympic qualifiers taking place. The Reggaegirlz defeated Cuba and Barbados, beating stick 12-1 and 7-0. Junior, a regular thing I go on.
Yo, but that's what we expected though, right? Yeah. So I am extremely happy and proud of the girls for representing us well and doing what we expected. No complacency setting.
And so, as we remind football lovers that the winner of this group goes on to play in the CONCACAF North American qualifying groups, and they will face the winner of the Trinidad and Tobago group. Also, they face U.S., Mexico, and Canada in the other part, and another team coming out of Group C. But what's your thoughts on the Jamaican play so far? Come on, the Reggaegirlz play.
I mean, as Junior said, this was expected. We talked about it last week, and we said that this is the round that we usually dominate. So nothing is new. My fear is that we will be a little bit complacent and not be prepared for the next round because, we weren't prepared for this round. You remember we had issues with payment and the coach wasn't with the team. Some of the players flew in the day of the game. So we have to be prepared for the next round.
Okay, yeah, have to be prepared. So as usual, we've done well in the Caribbean segment of these tournaments. Is going on further is where we usually have the issues or the struggles, right? Chenya Matters scored 4 goals in one game. I mean, that's good for any striker. I mean, Khadijah Shaw was a bit off in the game against Barbados, missing some sitters, which, but you can only play who in front of you, Junior.
Can only play who is in front of you, and I'm going to echo the great Ronaldo for Khadijah Shaw. When they ask, what happened to your goals? What did Ronaldo say? I'm saving them for the World Cup. So Khadijah Shaw is saving our goals for the next round.
It's saving our goals for the next round. Come on. They play St. Lucia today at 6:30 p.m. Jamaican time, which is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, you expect more of the same, right?
I expect us to score in double digits. I expect that our strikers will have a field day today. I expect that Trudy and Carter will have a very good game, and I expect to come out of this round with at least 40 goals.
Rastafari.
Not this game. Not this game.
Okay.
This round.
Out of the round.
Say it again,
Yes.
come on. How much goals?
40 out of this round.
They're playing what? 4 games or 4 games.
So Cameroon is expecting 10 goals per game on average.
Pretty much. I mean, they scored 12 against Cuba in the first game.
12 by 7, that's 19.
Achia.
How much more we need?
21?
21 more.
We are on our way. We're good to go.
Yeah, so I'm big up to the Reggaegirlz. Just continue doing what you're doing. They miss a lot of chances against Barbados, but to score 7 goals against any opponent is very good performance. So we want to big up big up to the football family supporting the Reggaegirlz. Junior, what's your thought on the turnout at the stadium? I mean, the stadium, they look kind of empty-ish.
Disappointed. I'm disappointed, and I don't know who to be disappointed in. And I would leave that to people who are on the ground. When I say on the ground, that people are in Jamaica to give me, because from my distant perspective, I can only assume that the promotion wasn't done well. I can only assume that there are some football fans that are on the island that loved what the Reggaegirlz did in the World Cup, loved how the Reggaegirlz represented us in the World Cup, and they probably just simply did not know these games were played. That's my only thought.
That's my only thought. I mean, come on, you care to chime in on this? I mean, for a Friday evening, a game against Barbados, I figure I say you can get some more people in I stand. I mean, the game against Cuba was Monday evening. I understand people after work, probably tight, but Friday evening, I mean, I expected more of a crowd to be in there, but they couldn't carry some of that World Cup support into those games.
There was no promotion. There was absolutely no promotion. The day of first of all, I only saw that they were streaming a game because I went on Instagram and I clicked JFF because I'm nosy like that. But when I clicked on it expecting the Barbados game to be streamed, you know what they were streaming and calling it streaming live? The 12-1 or 12-0 to 12-1 victory versus Cuba. And I saw people asking, why are you streaming this game? What about the live game? And nobody responded. You know who I saw on Twitter promoting the game? Karen Madden, a sports journalist in Jamaica. The JFF dropped the ball on promoting. I'm not sure if they don't have the funds to create a dynamic marketing campaign or a dynamic marketing department, but they're not promoting the game. And if you only know about these games, if you're an ardent follower of football, not only men, the football for the male team, but if you just follow football on a whole, and they need to do better in promoting and putting the games out there. I saw only one thing I saw that told us that the stadium was going to be free, the admission was going to be free for a set of games before Jamaica played, like the day before. And I even asked the question, if Jamaicans are not going out to see their own people play, are they going out to watch another country play, a Barbados play? They're not. Yeah. So they have to do better in promoting the game. You want to build the game, you're talking about building the female fan base, then these are the things, these competitions are the competitions that you should use to promote the game. Reduce the cost for the tickets. If parents are saying $1,000 is too much, because to be honest, if you're a parent with 4 young girls who want to play football, right, and you have to pay $1,000 each for the tickets, you're not going to go. So Babsy and our crew need to have a program that grows the game from the grassroots.
Yeah.
And for those that are listening right now, smash a like on the button. Hit a like button if you agree. And also don't forget to hit the share button. Let people join in on the conversation. And in the chat room right now, Michael Brown, big up saying he's in the chat. El Pistolero say Liverpool. Boy, the Liverpool fans. We're going to have the main show after this. We're going to talk Liverpool. Jesuis, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Jesuis Simpson saying the 2-month league for the women is a joke. We definitely have to talk about that too. El Pistolero again saying that they never promoted the girls' game. Jesuis again saying we need more people who are serious about the development of both men and women football. Why? It feels like a broken record.
It's a broken record. I mean, and we have to continue to ring the alarm. We have to continue to hold the JFF or those in power accountable. But themselves speak truth to power. That are the talk of the day. But hold them accountable and get involved. I mean, those of us who are on the island during these tournaments, rally with the group and go watch the games, because I saw this as an opportunity to say, all right, this is essentially a celebration of the World Cup qualification. When we qualified for the World Cup, they had a tour, they had church service, key to city, and all those things them forward with. Here's a chance for the community and the local individuals to show up and say, yo, get some autograph, take some picture with some of the ladies, and, you know, watch them play some ball. So, poor promotion.
Very
Do you yeah, but the thing is this too. It's like a monopoly. It's like a set of people want to control it, right? Yeah. Look at what happened with Sidella and Michael Ricketts. Yeah. She wanted to grow the game, and he was basically fighting to say, no, it's like a spoiled child that says, no, this toy is mine. I'm not going to share it with you. You can't play with it. Because she had good ideas, she had good intentions, but yet they were acting as if they were spoiled kids and this belongs to them. And they're destroying the program. So people on the outside are looking at this and say, do I want to really engage in this back and forth or this foolishness with these people? Because they're not growing the game. And the commentator is correct. 2 months is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous for a women's program. I commented the other day and somebody said to me that I was being rude. But I said, why are we having a mid-season championship for a women's program? Where do you see that? You don't have, why are we changing the rules and trying to, you know, make this thing seem as if it's a joke? Who is having a season and have a mid-season championship without a trophy? It's just absolutely crazy. The uniforms look poor. The organization look poor. The fields are poor. The turnout poor. So what incentive would I have as a parent to have my daughter play for Jamaica or play in Jamaica? It's just like, we have to fix it. We have to figure it out. And I thought Babsy was the person who is aggressive enough to move the needle on this, and she's really not doing it.
Indeed. Big up Daniel, who is listening right now in the Caymans, and he's actually where can you watch a match live. You can always go to the YouTube channel for Island Sports, right? Yeah. That's where they broadcast the live games. Also, just so it's saying, franchise the teams and the league.
Well, we're talking about two different things, right? So, but you know, we don't want to get away from the Reggaegirlz. This is all about the Reggaegirlz. We can't fix Jamaican football right now in 35 minutes. And
JFF, but Benton, yes. This is not all about the Reggaegirlz, yes. Because if that's what you're going to say, then we are going to always have the foreigners play for the Reggaegirlz. Mm-hmm. Because if we don't fix the girls league and the issues we're having with football for the female in Jamaica, then we're not going to have a funnel. We're not going to identify a next Jodie Brown unless she goes overseas and play for an academy and play for college. So that I disagree with. I understand that you said we can't fix in 35 minutes, but I disagree when you said this is about the Reggaegirlz. This is bigger than just playing international football. We're not going to get the girls, we're not going to give girls the opportunity to go overseas and play if we don't have a good structure.
Well, I have one last comment to say on this topic, and I'm going to use the World Cup, hosting the World Cup, and countries that host the World Cup. Think about all the countries that have hosted the World Cup. More to our region is Mexico, right? Mm-hmm. Before the 86 World Cup, the Mexican League was garbage, right? After they hosted the World Cup, when they were forced to build stadiums, when they were forced to put money in the infrastructure, all of a sudden you have the Mexican teams that come up and got better, right? I think the JFF dropped the ball when they had the good vibe around the Reggaegirlz with qualifying for the World Cup. They should have used that energy, used that vibe, if it's even $2 per person in the country, and use that to start fund the infrastructure. We won't have a 6 months or a 30-team league right off the bat for the women, right? Or even for the men. Mm-hmm. But you have to start somewhere. You have to have vision. You have to have a plan laid down in place. It was a catalyst. You had the perfect catalyst to start something, and they dropped the ball. And I think it's too late, personally.
Come on, I agree with you. You can't always depend on foreigners to run in and play for the team. Whether it's the Reggaeboyz or the Reggaegirlz, you always want to try to build a system, a developmental system where you can actually grow the youths and follow them through the system. But it's until you do that, then, you know, there was talk about using some of the Project Gold money back in the day to build academy. that I don't know whether the academy there from now till next
Yeah,
year.
no, you know where the money gone.
And
That's
I
a
know where
different
the money, and I
conversation.
suspect where the money
Corporate
gone.
Jamaica, Corporate Jamaica needs to be blamed as well.
Yeah.
Because I think that Digicel and Water and all the companies who put millions of dollars in schoolboy football could divert some of that money and invest in the girls as well. So it's not only on the JFF. I am talking about a Sagicor who could go pay a Steve Harvey how much thousands US dollars to come have a speech when you could invest that money in the grassroots system and the girls of Jamaica. So they are not only JFF. Jamaicans need to start helping Jamaicans.
Yeah. And just as said, use the male team local fixtures to promote. You can definitely do some double headers, in other leagues where you see struggles with getting attendance out for the ladies game. You have an early one matches where you have the ladies open, and then you have the Man City or so the big dogs roll out later on. And you might
excellent idea. Yeah. That's an excellent idea. Excellent idea.
But once again, I want to appeal to the representative of JFF, and they talk a lot about them. If they want to come and talk or want to forward and share their vision, their perspective, Michael Ricketts and his brethren just got re-elected again, or just got elected for another 10 years. I would love to see the platform going forward, the objectives going forward, and how they plan to grow the game. But Reggaegirlz, we know saying our fight against a lot of things, and we're proud of what we do. And most importantly, as fans, we have to go to the games. We have to go to the games. So, segueing from the Reggaegirlz to the Reggaeboyz. Reggaeboyz getting ready for Nations League matches against Aruba. I mean, they're leading the group. They're in League B. Tapa Whitmore is doing quite well. The team has won all the games in this competition thus far. I mean, it should be another formality against Aruba, right?
It should. I don't even. Let's stop wasting time.
I'm not saying that it should.
Really?
I mean,
you're not saying that.
Yeah. Listen. Don't forget, Junior Curacao beat us. Remember, we struggled against Nicaragua. So we are not the only ones who have foreigners who play in good leagues.
This is true.
We're not the only person. So until I see the play on the pitch, because trust me, we can see where we have teams who are better on paper. Mm-hmm. But on the given day, then it just don't translate on the field. So yes, we should beat Aruba, but right now I have to see what's going on. Anything can play.
Ball around. Junior, any surprise in the squad? Tapa Whitmore and company name. I mean,
right now, I would have loved if Tapa bring out even the whole under-23 team. If Jamaica have an under-23 team, these are the games where you should bring in more fringe players, more players that you want to give a look at.
Okay.
As I said, I think you already stamped your class. You already showed what you can do in the first two games, right?
Yeah.
Just go out there and give some boys some run.
Yeah.
But I think, give some boys. I don't see any major surprises.
And final statement on this. Kevin Lambert still not in this team, but like me always say, the coach pick him side. When the results start go south, then we can have problems with him. Do you have any problems with this team that he selected, this squad that he selected?
Owen Gordon is a player who I think can help Jamaica. I had a conversation last night, and it's just ridiculous why he's not in the squad. So until we start picking players on merit, I will always roll my eyes when a squad is called. That's all I'm going to say about this.
So Reggaeboyz versus Aruba coming down next weekend. Look forward to this game, and it should be another victory for the Reggaeboyz. Should be another victory for the Reggaeboyz. And the manager pick him side. Whatever happens, if the result doesn't go according to plan, then we can beat him. All right, Red Stripe Premier League time again. I'm ready for the madness start. Yo, come on. Portmore is on a 2 games winning streak. Yo, talk to it. Talk to it. 2 winnings in a row. I mean, big in now, right? They played Tivoli Garden this round. What do you expect?
Tivoli has not been on good form. I see Portmore. If they continue playing in the street that I've seen them play, in the same breath that they've been playing, then I see them beating Tivoli. Tivoli is not doing, as I said, Tivoli not doing well. Tivoli is last in the standings. You know, Tivoli is only on 6 points, so they're really not doing well. So I see Portmore. Portmore has jumped up to 8th. So I see Portmore beating Tivoli Garden.
Yeah, if I'm not
couple red cards, but I see them beating them.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think Tivoli won 1 game so far this year, and they're sitting on maybe 4 points thereabout, but I could be wrong.
No, you're correct. Well, hold on. You're 3 points.
3 points. So they won one. Man, and just a single win. They said Tivoli need another win or something. Junior, Portmore.
Will the coach lose? The question is, will the coach be fired? And is Bibi Gardner safe?
I think Bibi is safe. I mean, they didn't fire him when they lost. Why would they fire him now they might win?
Straight, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no need to fire him at that point.
No need to fire him. And clearly it shows that his tactics are working now. I mean, they beat a no-slouch team in Humble Lion. Andrew Price led the Humble Lion 2-0 in the last matchup.
Okay.
So weird. So now Humble Lion is a slouch. I want to go on around here.
Come on, is basically waiting for the next shoe to drop. That's all.
Come on is waiting for the next. So, all right, Junior. Pivot away from come on. I mean, Portmore versus Tivoli. I mean, Portmore should secure these 3 points.
Based on current form, yes. But are we now willing to say that Portmore has now turned the corner and has regained what they seem to have lost?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, if that's the case, then yes, I agree. But I'm going to leave this to the people. Big up Michael Starboy watching right now.
I think so.
People that are watching are in the chat right now. I want to know from you because to me, Portmore is the most unpredictable team right now in RSPL. The most unpredictable team. I cannot predict what they're doing.
The bottom line is that the team is not a scrub team. I mean, they're the defending champions, right? So they didn't have major change in personnel. So so they brought in a new coach, and the coach take some time to implement his system. So
but Benton, before we crown Portmore as the comeback kids, who them really played? When you think about
it, go forward and Humble Lions.
Yeah, but Humble Lions Humble Lions not doing well. The ambulance is not doing well. They drew with Mount Pleasant, right? They drew with Cavalier, and they came and they drew with Waterhouse. So, but at this point, ambulance is the new Manchester United.
Hold on. Come on. That's a low blow.
Wait. We're not going to go them far. We're not going to go so wide. Come on. We're not going so wide. I mean, but we can't take away Portmore victory. So, Bibi Gardner and Portmore family, big up on yourself, hopefully continue to run as much as come on and beat, but we cannot take away them victories. All right, good luck to you versus Tivoli. All right, come on to Waterhouse, the Firehouse side now. Waterhouse lost in the CONCACAF Champions League against Motagua, lost the first leg at home 2-0, and subsequently got eliminated from the tournament. I mean, Waterhouse hosts are played UWI in this one of the key matchups going on. I mean, Waterhouse should get right in this matchup, right?
Yeah, they should have rested players. They should be focused now because they're not playing any other competition. So now they should be focused. And even though their showing wasn't good in the CNL, in their league that they played, right in the match that they lost the other day, they're actually second in the standings. So they've won 3 games. And they drew 1, so they're not doing badly either. I mean, so I see Waterhouse right in the ship, and I see Waterhouse really staying up top. Maybe they won't win the title because they're not really that deep. But I see them in the top 3, top 4.
Yeah, Firehouse back now. Welcome back, Firehouse family. Now they can focus back on RSPL again. I mean, Junior, UWI should get a rotted beating today, right?
Should.
Firehouse coming off Matagua loss.
But they drew, I think they drew 0-0 in the second leg, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
They lost the first leg 2-0.
Yeah.
And they drew, I think last Saturday was 0-0. So I'm sure it finished 0-0. But they played well in the second leg.
Yeah,
so I would expect it to carry over, or they can become complacent and know that they got kicked out. And so, but yes, they should kick up.
And Firehouse is sitting in what? Second with a game in hand against Malines. Big bad Malines. Rastafari, big money side Malines. Play Mount Pleasant. Brethren. Nice matchup. I mean, come on. 6 in a row for Malines today?
Yep. Mount Pleasant only win 1 game. Other 5 games, Mount Pleasant only win 1. Them draw 3. Them are the next Man U with the draw. And so they're scoring goals because they're 5 goals for and 5 goals against. So that tell you they're putting in the goals, but they're also leaking in the back. Malines is a well-rounded machine. So they score 10 goals and 3 goals get scored on them. So hopefully Nicholas Nelson is back today from his red card. I don't remember if they gave him 1 game or 3. I have to go double check.
Yeah.
But Malines should make it 6 games in a row. And you know what I like with Malines?
Yeah.
When I watch the game, Malines is a fit team. I mean, they track back, they go forward, they go wide. So I don't see Mount Pleasant with him T-Gat or whatever trying to, stop Malines and the machine that's running.
Yeah, man, Malines is a well-oiled machine. Coach Sims and family have Malines working on both sides of the ball. Junior, big money side Malines is running in hot. I mean, is it possible to think that this team is going to go on to cement some sort of history here with this sort of start? Because now with 5 wins in a row for a newly promoted team, they're entering into record-breaking territory. I don't remember newly promoted teams doing this well in the RSPL or any league for that matter. Your thoughts?
Yeah, why not? That's a question that I would ask, and the question the coach should ask the players. Why not us? Why can't we do that? And barring injury, barring complacency, I can't see why not.
Yeah.
So yes, but I wouldn't bet on it because it's really going to take some tremendous effort for you to go undefeated for a whole season. But enjoy the ride.
Yeah, they won't go undefeated.
Just enjoy.
But win as many games. I think I saw Coach Sims did an interview, and he's keeping his players level-headed. He's keeping them their feet on the ground. Say, we're not really win nothing. Every match we approach him. The fact that they were able to win last week without their talisman, Mr. Nicholas himself. Right, come on, that was impressive. Even though it's a 1-0 win, they're getting goals from other places.
Yeah, but my other concern with Malines is the discipline, very indisciplined team.
Yes.
They have the ability to rack up red cards. So they have to. That's something that the coach should work on. And Mr. Nelson should realize that when he, if he acts recklessly, it affects the team. Yeah. So they need to fix that. But it's nice when a team can score. Different players can contribute when your target man is out. And that's why I see Malines doing very, very well. And it would be very impressive if they actually won the title as a newly promoted team after starting out hot.
That would be very impressive. If that happened, I'm going to get a Malines jersey. Jesus said the league is fun now, and I agree, because the little teams, the newly promoted teams, just come up and shake things up. And we want to wrap up our RSPL preview and setup. And RSPL can be seen here on Island Sports Network and Island Sports Network YouTube channel. The big dogs, 2 foundation in the football arena in Jamaica. Arnett, Jungleless versus Cavaliers, another matchup. I mean, what going with them side there, Junior? Thomas and I forgot the coach of Cavalier has a work cut out for them. Junior, all right, come on. Junior expression is just like at a lost words.
I don't understand what's going on with that.
What's going on with Junglist and Cavalier? Come on.
You know what? I think Cavaliers now is in the business of developing and selling players. I think that's what they're doing. They're farming out the players. The players are getting opportunities overseas. So maybe that's where their focus is on. Maybe they don't want to win trophies. Maybe they don't want to spend the money in-house. But at the same time, they have to be able to cover home and away. Yeah. They have to make sure that their fans are happy. And I don't think their fans are happy. They're struggling. And they have the players too. They have some good, young, talented players.
Yeah.
So I want to see if they're, I mean, it's still early. Let's not get ahead of ourselves because, they can just go on a tear like Mullines and be back in the mix. So hopefully they right the ship and hopefully, they can contribute to the fun football that is the RSPL this season.
Yeah. And one final comment before we wrap up our RSPL discussion, come on. Quickly, your thoughts on Alex Marshall play so far? Have you been impressed with him? I mean, he's a player that's getting some look in from the national circles and maybe even probably go overseas sometime in the future. I mean, do you think he's growing what you're seeing? If you're seeing him at all.
Alex Marshall needs some porridge. So if Alex Marshall listen to me, I need some vitamins and some porridge, my youth.
If they are much for you.
No, seriously. Alex Marshall has grown in terms of his play and in terms of his vision, right? I think the opportunity will come for him to go overseas.
Yeah.
I mean, the national program is there for the taking because I think he's a player that top a light.
Yeah.
So I think he will go. But right now, the field is kind of crowded for a stronger. He gets bodied off the ball too easily. Okay. But he's actually in the squad versus Aruba. So hopefully we can see some more of him on the international platform. But he needs to hit the gym. We realize that our players who are flimsy really don't get the opportunity like that because you have the bigger players who kind of like take them off the ball.
Yeah.
So Alex has grown in terms of his vision and I said as his ability on the pitch. But he needs to work on other portion of the game. He needs some courage, man.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap up. Engineer, I tell myself to wrap up the show. Come on, quickly, schoolboy football before we do Yawd abroad. Alex Marshall, big up yourself. Go and eat some cornmeal porridge and some yam and dumpling.
And Alex, just as you were saying, Alex is a real talent who need to be promoted to play in some better league in Europe.
Go and eat some cornmeal porridge, Alex. All right. Camperdown 9 wins in a row in Manning Cup. Camperdown are going mad, Junior. But... Yeah. I mean, JC is still the big team in this league, right? Until JC get dethroned, it's just a regular thing until somebody else beat them.
How did that Wolmer's game go last week?
I don't know.
I think Wolmer's... Come on, remember I think it was a draw, right? I think Wolmer's draw them 1-1.
No.
I think that was...
Yes. They came back in the end, yeah. Wolmer's drew with them.
Yeah, so I thought about JC, man.
Yeah, but until somebody win the trophy from JC, I them have the thing locked.
Talk about
one big thing I'm away from money.
JC need a coach. That's all I tell you. JC need a coach.
All right, we don't really want to we'll get the JC coach next week. Come on, another player got struck by lightning. And quickly, I mean, football family, if somebody work at ISSA, link ISSA and make we have some conversation. Oh, we can help ISSA to improve this thing here. What on?
ISSA change the match time them to earlier because apparently lightning only striking later in the afternoon.
All right.
But listen, I understand. We can't rescheduling all these games will be a headache and a nightmare. Either that or you cut the football season short, which is another nightmare in itself.
Yeah.
So I understand ISSA's problem, and I do understand when the weather say it's going to be lightning or whatever, you can't not say you're not going to the field because there's so many times the year rain will fall and you stay home and rain don't fall.
Yeah.
So I do understand. The issue is when you're at the field and you see lightning, what do you do? So I think for next season or for the end of this season, ISSA need to put a policy in place, a firm policy, because this is actually messing with people's kids now, their lives. So a firm policy on lightning delay, weather delay needs to be put in place with ISSA. But I understand ISSA's problem. I don't want to sound like, I'm not privy to the inner workings of rescheduling. I know how hard it is to reschedule.
Right.
But we have to put people's kids' safety first.
Let's not about this. Got time around.
ISSA, forward on ball chat. Real quick. Amazon sells lightning detectors for $100 a piece. Just buy 10 of them.
Yeah, make we work together and get. And if we get them, make sure it's going to use them. All right, make sure it's going to use them. All right, quickly.
Let's change the battery.
As we wrap up, football's Manning School family. The Doncaster Cup. Manning School had done quite well in the Doncaster Cup, unbeaten.
You sound like a Manning's old boy.
Why you think me wear Manning's colours today? Manning's undefeated, but big and serious though. Manning's doing well against, in their group against Petersfield and other teams, and it's a long time Manning's done well, so I want to big them up. But most importantly, we have to know, whoever, as fans of these teams, whether Jamaican or wherever we're from, supporting these teams, we have to contribute. Those teams are struggling with gears and equipment. So send on a look of money, $5, $10, $20, $50 if you can, US dollars or Canadian currency if you can, because Mannings need some money. So all the Mannings fans out there, send on some money. Boy, say what do you
It's not so it works. You're advocates for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
They need to create an old school boys association. That's what they need to do. If they don't form association, like JC have them old boys and everything runs through JC old boys, Manning and all the other schools need to establish old boys association, and that's where the strength lies.
Through the
that's
foundation,
where the support lies.
The alumni foundation run the thing. All right.
Yep.
I'm glad for love when I do Mannings. Come on, we wrap up the show. Yawd abroad, make we know what's going with the players them overseas. Please. June, engineer look on we say, hurry up.
All right, engineer, we're going to keep it short and spicy. So Junior Fleming's netted his 15th goal. So welcome to the 15 goal club, Junior Brock. So his team is doing very, very well. Look for a number of Jamaicans in the USL postseason. Pittsburgh Riverhounds with Nico Brett at the helm. They're actually now in first place, which is quite an accomplishment for this team who don't have any money at all. And the coach look like him don't know what he's doing. Good job to them. They're on 62 points. So Pittsburgh have Jamaicans in the 11th second with, what's his name? Where Jamaican, Dane Kelly. Dane Kelly in second. Louisville City, we have a number of Jamaicans. St. Louis, we have Jamaicans on there. So they're actually in the playoffs. Phoenix Rising, we have. And also, Peter Lee Vassell, I heard, is injured. And he might need surgery. That's the word I've received. So, prayers out to Peter Lee Vassell. Hope it's nothing serious. So, a couple of players in the postseason. So we still have some more football to play and to watch.
All right, see then now management and Peter Lee Vassell. Next week we'll get some more update on the Peter Lee injury. And football family, big up yourself, Mannings. J Cool Kid said big up Mannings, how you mean? And Pound Blue Blood, how you mean? Mannings, we are saying, Jesus said this need to be a broadcast on other media outlets. Yo, our Junior Pringle said starting in 5 minutes. Yeah, big up yourself.
Dalton asked you how long before the next segment. Him
all right.
Boiled with some bugs.
All the Liverpool fans.
Dalton excited.
Well, all the Liverpool fans, switch on to our YouTube channel and our Facebook channel right now, because the next ball chat are going to start up in 5 minutes. Yawd Ballas family, big up in yourself.
Big up Island Sports
Network.
Network.
Big up Island Sports Network.
Watch the games on Island Sports Network. Support Island Sports Network. We love what Island Sports brings.
Like, share, and subscribe. But a Liverpool time I'm on the must say. Liverpool. Malines, go on do your thing, Malines.
Yo, and also make sure you follow us on Instagram right now at Ball Chat Podcast, on Twitter, Ball Chat 1, Facebook at Ball Chat. And also email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. We're forwarding real soon with the capabilities where you that are watching the show right now, you'll be able to take part in the show live. We're going to have trust me, we have a thing coming, so everything.
Yo, Manchester United fans, stop slow up the show, make we go to the next show.
You're ready for beat, man.
The Liverpool fans, them ready. Look at more family.
Bless up people, later. Everybody ready for beat.